Hi, let's discuss decision property of context-free grammar. Context-free grammar is decidable for emptiness, finiteness, membership, and equality of CFG of DCFL, means deterministic context-free language. CFG is undecidable for ambiguity, equality, and regularity of CFG. There is no algorithm for checking ambiguity. You cannot check two grammar are equal or not. By default, context-free language is non-deterministic context-free language. And in case of non-deterministic, you cannot compare two context-free grammar are equal or not. There is no algorithm for checking regularity of CFG. So context-free grammar is decidable on emptiness, finiteness, and membership. Let's first discuss emptiness. Convert the grammar into reduce CFG. Reduce CFG means remove the null production, remove the unit production, and remove the useless symbol. If the reduce CFG generate at least one string, then the grammar generate non-empty language, else generate empty language. If it is generating at least one string, it is non-empty. If it is not generating anything, then it is empty language. Let's see some example. From S, you can derive A, B, or epsilon. From A, you can derive B or AB, or A. From B, you can derive BA. You can see from B, you cannot generate any terminal. If you cannot generate any terminal, then you cannot generate any string. That's why this is a useless symbol. So wherever B is present, you can remove this. Let's remove this, and this. And epsilon you cannot remove as it is generating from the language. Language contain epsilon, that's why you cannot remove epsilon, and there is no unit production. So after removal of useless, the grammar will be S tends to epsilon, A tends to A. Now from S you cannot reach to A. That's why this is also useless. Now you will get S tends to epsilon. So it will generate only string, that is epsilon. But epsilon length is 1. That's why it is not empty language. Let's see another example. S tends to A, B, or A tends to B, A, or epsilon. Now I can see for B there is no production. From S you can reach to B, but from B there is no production. That's why B is useless symbol. Just remove it. And there is a epsilon production, and that epsilon is not from S. So you can remove this epsilon. After removal of epsilon, it will be simply B. In place of A, we just substitute epsilon. Here in place of A, if you substitute epsilon, you will get simply A. Now the grammar will be S tends to A or A tends to BA or B. There is no unit production. We just remove null production and useless symbol. Now this grammar will generate B clean closure A. Any number of B followed by single A. So it is not empty, as regular expression will be B clean closure A. Next example, from S you can derive AAB, and from A you can derive BA or A. You can see from B there is no production, so you can remove this. When you are removing this, you cannot reach to A. So we'll remove this production. Now from S you are not deriving anything, not even epsilon. That's why this is a empty language. Now this example is a empty language, as you cannot generate any string from this. Next I will explain finiteness and membership. What is finiteness? A grammar can generate finite number of string or infinite number of string, that is finiteness. If one grammar is recursive, then it is an infinite language. If non-recursive, then it is a finite language. Suppose S tends to A, S, B. This is a recursive. If same variable present left side, also right side, this is a recursive. If A tends to A, B, this is a non-recursive. As LHS is A, RHS variable is B. So if one grammar is recursive, it is infinite language. If one grammar is non-recursive, it is finite language. Finite language means it will generate finite number of string. Infinite language means it will generate infinite number of string. Next, membership. Membership is a property to verify a string is generated by a grammar or not. So one string is given, one grammar is given, you need to check that string is a member of that grammar or not. So how will do this? You can do in two ways. First way, try to derive the string from the grammar. If it can generate from the grammar, then the string is a member of that grammar. So you can derive by statement form or derivation tree. Next way, convert the grammar into CNF, Chomsky normal form, then apply CYK algorithm. CYK is according to these three scientists' name. We already know how to derive a string from a grammar, so let's do this. Let's check a string is a member of a grammar or not by CYK algorithm. CYK uses dynamic programming. Let's see one example. S derive A, B. From A you can derive B A, S A or B. From B you can derive B B, B S or A. Now I need to check a string W, that is AB. AB belongs to this grammar or not. Or you can say AB is member of this grammar or not. Now just check from which variable you can derive A. From B you can derive A, write B below A. Then from which variable you can derive B. From A you can derive B, write A here. Now just check where in RHS BA is present. From which variable you can derive BA. BA is present here. BA can be derived from A. And A is not the star symbol, so W equals to AB is not member of this grammar. Let's see another example. W equal to BA. Now B can be generated from A, write A here. Terminal A can be generated from B, write B here. Now check where AB is present. From which variable AB can be derived? From S you can derive AB, write S here. When this is a star symbol, means this string is a member of this grammar. Let's see another example. W equal to ABA. From which variable you can generate A? From B you can generate A. From A you can generate B. From B you can generate A. So just write that. From which variable you can generate BA? BA can be generated from A. Next check from which variable you can generate AB. From S you can generate AB. So just write S. Next you need to do for this. Now you need to check BS. From where you can derive BS. This variable and this variable. So BS can be derived from B. Next you need to check from where you can derive AB. AB can be derived from S. Just write B and S. Here S is there, that's why this string ABA is belongs to this grammar. Let's check another string. Here length is 4, AB, AB. Now A can be derived from B. Next B can be derived from A. Just write A here. Then A can be derived from B. B can be derived from A. Now check BA. BA can be derived from A. Then AB can be derived from S. It's just like triangle. For this position, you need to find value of these two. Then for this position, you need to find value of these two. Next BA can be derived from A. Next you need to find for this position. For this position, triangle will be like this. Now you need to check BS. BS can be derived from B. Then AB can be derived from S. Next you need to check this position. The triangle will be like this. AA. AA is not present right side. Next SA. SA can be derived from A. So write A here. Next you need to find this position. For this position, triangle will be like this. So consider BA. This B and this A. BA can be derived from A. Write A here. Then AA is not present right side. Next BA can be derived from A. Then SA can be derived from A. So here it will be A. It is not the star symbol, so this string is not belongs to this grammar. Let's see another string. Here W equal to ABAA. A can be generated from B, write B here. B can be generated from A can be generated from B, A can be generated from B. Next check BA. BA can be generated from A, write A here. Next check AB. AB can be generated from S, write S here. Next BB. BB can be derived from B. So B derived BB, write B here. Next for this triangle will be like this. Now BS. BS can be derived from B. Write B here. Then AB. AB can be derived from S. Next, for this position, triangle will be like this. So you need to check AB. AB can be derived from S. Then SB. SB is not present at right side. Next, you need to find for this position, triangle will be like this. You need to check BS. BS can be derived from B. Next, you need to check AB. AB can be derived from S. Next, BB. BB can be derived from B. There is already B. Then SB. SB is not present at right side. So got BS. Here start symbol is there. So this string is member of this grammar. I checked with 5 string of different length. This AB is not member of this grammar. This BA is member of this grammar. ABA is member of this grammar. AB is not member of this grammar. ABAA is member of this grammar. If any doubt, just ask me in comment. Thank you.